Nobody knew who or what was responsible. They only knew it had to be stopped. Now, from the master of mystery and suspense, Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet, the last glimmering hope.
Silver Bullet was released in 1985. It was written by Stephen King, and it was directed by Daniel Attias, and it tells the story of a string of murders that are going on in a small town, and a paraplegic boy whose last name is a salad, named Marty Coleslaw, is convinced that it is all the doings of a werewolf. Okay, it stars the late Corey Haim, and it also stars Gary Busey. And yeah, this movie is really good. I really enjoy Silver Bullet. Man, was it panned by critics, though. Like, has a 26% on Metacritic. Ouch. But I'm here to tell you, this movie is not as bad as what Metacritic says. This movie is actually a lot of fun. It's a great mystery. It's an intense horror film. I love it. It's a really good film. When it comes to the werewolf stuff, the movie is at its best when you actually don't see the werewolf. I'm not usually the guy that'll say it's scarier when it's left unseen, but in this case, it applies. And I'll get to that later when I get to the problems, but when this movie deals with the werewolf stuff and you don't see it, this movie is intense, it is frightening, it is suspenseful, it is great. When it comes to that stuff, the directing that's going on, it is damn solid. Also, the performances and characters in this movie are actually pretty solid too. Like, you get Gary Busey playing the alcoholic uncle, and he's a likable character, and he has an arc too. Yeah, he's a cool ass uncle. He's the kind of uncle that most kids probably wish they had. And Gary Busey does a really good job playing him. He is fantastic in this movie. And Corey Haim, also really good in this movie. He really sells the fear. He really sells his fear about a werewolf lurking about. And it's awesome. It's cool to see him go through the process of telling people that there's a werewolf around and no one believes him. It's all some good stuff. And there's some good deaths in this movie too. Like, it's not, like, crazy or anything, but you definitely get some good gore here and there. There's some pretty creative kills, especially a kill involving a guy getting bludgeoned with I think it was a bat. Pretty awesome. And, yeah, this movie's fast-paced. Very good pacing going about. Fucking, yeah, this movie's it's just a really fun werewolf 80s horror film. Okay. We talked about the stuff I like about this movie. What are the issues with Silver Bullet? When it comes to the werewolf stuff, when you do see the werewolf, the effects, like when you see the werewolf in full form, it doesn't hold up. It's no American Werewolf in London. Maybe I should review that sometime. But yeah, it's definitely not American Werewolf in London. It doesn't hold up as well. It actually looks pretty cheesy, and not in a good way. I'm like, oof, man, you really had me when that werewolf wasn't showing. Can you please not show it anymore? Does not look that great. And also, yeah, there are a few times in the story, the very odd time where it does kind of slow down. The pacing for the most part is great, but there's just the odd time where I'm like, okay, come on, get back to the werewolf off-screen stuff, get back to some kills. Other than that, Silver Bullet is a solid horror film, solid werewolf movie. It's a solid mystery, has some good characters, has some good intensity, some nice suspense, all that good shit. It's just a couple of things that kind of hold it back, but Silver Bullet is a fun time. If you just want a good werewolf movie, There are better options, some better options, but Silver Bullet is definitely one of the better werewolf movies out there. Silver Bullet gets a B+.